Okay, for number 19 on the Unit 1 review, it says if the measure of angle 1 is 2x plus 13, and the measure of angle 2 is 7x minus 4, find the following. So you need to know what relationship angle 1 and angle 2 have. And their relationship is that they are supplementary. They are on this straight line here, which is a straight angle that equals 180 degrees. So my first step will just simply be add the two angles together and set equal to 180. And then we will solve that by combining like terms. And divide by 9 and we get 19. So we do get credit for getting the 19, which is very important in order to get everything else. So then to find angle 1, I'm going to plug in 19 to angle 1, which is 2x plus 13. If I work this out, we get 51 degrees. Now, we also know that if angle 1 is 51, then angle 3 is also 51 because of vertical angles. Opposite angles are congruent. So these two should be the same. And then to get angle 2, we could plug 19 in for x and solve that. Or we know that this is all 180. So we can just take 180 minus 51 and get angle 2. And if we subtract that, we get 129. Alright, and then for number 20, we were told that angle 1 is 12x plus 9. And that angle 3 is x plus 20. So this relationship is different than this one. Here I'm given opposite angles, which are vertical. And if they're vertical, they are congruent. So I can set this equation up so that I have 12x plus 9 equals the x plus 20. And now solve for x. So I'd have 11x. Subtract the 9. And then divide, we get 1. So if I plug in 12 times 1 plus 9, we would have 12 plus 9, which is 21. And then angle 3 has to be 21 as well because they are the same, and it makes sense because x is 1, 1 plus 20 is 21. But for angle 2, to get this one, we could take 180 minus the 21. This is a straight angle here. These two add up to 180. And we can subtract. And if we subtract, we get 159. Degrees. Okay, so then for finding the perpendicular bisector of QR, we need to use our compass, and we're going to go a little past halfway with our pencil. So pointing in here at R. And I'm just going to make about a semicircle. Okay. And then I am going to, sorry, my compass got messed up a little bit here. Let me fix it. Okay, so have my arc. And then I'm going to flip it around and make another arc on the other side. And then where the two arcs meet, I want to connect them. And in the directions, it says that we need to construct segment MN so that it is a perpendicular bisector to QR. So I'm going to label this M and this N. Okay, so for number 22, I need to create a bisector going through this angle. So the first thing I need to do is put the pointy end on point D, which is your vertex. And then I want to take my pencil and I'm going to expand it out a little bit and draw an arc. And this arc, it doesn't necessarily have to go through the 2 points given. Okay, so then I'm going to change this so it's just a little bit smaller. Okay, and from where the arc meets the ray, you're going to put your pointy end there, and you're going to draw an arc like so. And without changing these dimensions, we're going to put the pointy end at this intersection. So it doesn't matter about the point C, it matters where does the arc meet the ray. And so draw another arc. Okay. And then the intersection of these two arcs create a point. So we'll go ahead and define that point as G, since up here it says that we need to construct DG. And I'm going to draw a ray from D to G. And that would be considered my angle bisector, cutting this angle in half so that these two angles are now congruent.